Hello there, Gia.
Hello, Keisha. Hello, everybody. Good
Hi,
evening.
everybody. Good evening to everybody. It's Thursday. It's
Yep,
Thursday,
yep.
and we had. My
Well,
brain's
before
a
you
little
get
slow.
can I have a question for you before you roll
Sure,
into it?
sure.
Okay.
Okay. I wasn't
Um,
rolling really very fast.
are you in possession of curated what was the word they used?
Oh.
High-end bath products?
Oh.
Has anybody
Oh.
delivered any unsolicited, curated high-end bath bathing products?
No,
Okay.
no, they have not. How about
All right.
you?
No, but I mean, those are a real no-no to send to people, apparently, okay?
Yeah, I guess that's probably true.
Unsolicited, yeah.
Unsolicited being the key word maybe, and also probably if you're a mobster and the other person is a law enforcement sort of official,
Yeah,
might
yeah.
be frowned upon, I
I
guess.
just I just was having a hard time picturing how high-end these items could be.
I
And then I
know.
was picturing Sunny, like, wandering through some boutique, like, picking
Yeah.
up stuff and sniffing it and going, "I wonder if she needs one of those pumice stones for the rough spots on her heels," or it seems quite a silly little detail.
Yeah, it was silly and it was intimate and that I don't like this. I
I
don't
don't even
think.
like you saying the word intimate. That grosses me out.
Sorry.
You know? Because
Uh-huh.
after
Yeah,
that, you're
yeah.
gonna say something like moist, and that's just
Well, they go hand in hand,
they
don't
kinda
they?
do, they do. It's
Yeah.
disgusting. Ugh.
But yeah, so
That's what
Sunny
stayed
did
with
that.
me over the last couple days, that's all.
Yeah, okay, that lingered, huh, in your
Yeah,
noggin.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what you're gonna do about Sonny. This is his game. This is pretty much his one and only game, I guess, in this situation.
It would have
It
been funny if he'd, like, gone low end and gotten just, the cheapest, most heinous smelling, like, Bed Bath& and Beyond or something like that, or
Yeah, yeah, the
one of
things that
those.
they put out there at Christmas time everywhere.
Yeah, yeah. Like
Mhm.
really over the top stinky, bubble
Yeah.
gum, bubble bath or something like just
Yeah. Right, right, like like a Hello Kitty bath set or
yeah,
something.
yeah. Now that could have been funny and confusing to her probably.
Yeah, yeah, then she wouldn't have
Yeah.
been sure who it had come from. You're
Yeah.
right, that would have
Yeah.
been a smart move, and it would have been fun to hear how she described that, you know?
Yeah. Anyway, I think I'm sorry I cut you off earlier, but I think
No,
it
that's okay.
it points to the constant problem I have with Sonny, where
Mhm.
at some points he's being this wise counselor like to Geo.
Yeah, yeah,
And
mhm,
then other points he's being this sketchy
mhm,
mobster guy that's hitting on the ADA
mhm.
in the same way he's done for years and years. He hasn't changed up his game at all.
No, he hasn't, and
It's like I will take you down because you are a woman and you cannot resist my.
yeah, it's very disrespectful.
Yeah, and it gets a little bit, and this is not to insult Maurice, because
Right,
he's still a fine-looking man, but there's
sure.
something a little ludicrous about it this time.
I think so too. Yeah, I think the writers weren't being very creative this time around. Like if Sonny
Yeah,
feels like he wants to sort of form some friendship or whatever with her to like compromise her judgment a little bit, seems like they could have thought just a little bit longer about what else might work. If anything, I don't know. I don't know.
yeah, or if we could like see him thinking about like, well, I can try my dimples and some bath products, and then realize like, oh, I'm
Yeah.
kind of old now. I'm dyeing my hair.
Yeah, yeah.
I've got heart issues. Maybe
Uh-huh.
a woman in her 30s is not going to fall for me, you know.
Right.
as powerful
Especially
as I am, my magnetism. Uh,
yeah, that's not gonna be enough, especially if she does value the law, then I think he's just barking up the wrong tree.
yeah, and it, like you said, that there's some disrespect in it. Like, oh,
Mhm.
this woman who's a professional, who's so
Mhm.
dedicated to her job, but suddenly she'll be overcome with just the sexual power of his
Yeah.
presence and drop
Yeah.
all her
Mm.
principles.
Right, right. Yeah, I would be offended if I were her.
Yeah, yeah, but
Mhm.
I think we know how it's going to go because
Yeah.
if they're writing it the same way, she'll. I don't know. She was already going mushy when he was just describing when he was at the hospital with her,
Mhm. She
and he was.
was, yeah.
Yeah, and she was already like kind of doing that. Oh, oh, like, oh
I
God.
know. It's too bad. It's too bad that they can't, I mean, maybe something might derail this plan, we don't know.
Let's hope
Um,
so. Let's hope so.
mhm.
But
Oh,
anyway,
well.
that was just one of my points. But you
Mhm.
back us up because we had quite a few days that we weren't.
Well, we probably will be
That's just
working
today.
backwards here, I think, because that's
Okay.
how our brains operate.
Yeah.
And, I was gonna say, if Sidwell decides to leak that information about the judge being bribed by, and make it look like Sonny,
Right. Right.
that would
Yeah.
have the ADA, sort of that would get her attention, and
That's
we don't
true.
know.
Yeah.
I guess we don't know if Sonny's made enough progress with her that she would keep an open mind and realize that that would have been, I don't know, too silly or obvious a move. I don't know, but maybe that will sort of thwart his efforts. Um, we'll see.
Yeah, or unless they discover quickly enough that it wasn't actually him, in which case they would give him like a sympathy vote to.
Right, right. So yeah, it could work out
Yeah.
for him. We'll see.
Yeah. But that was
Um,
getting my little pea brain was having a hard time. Like when Marco came running over and saying,
yeah,
you
yeah.
got to use this
No.
card early because blah 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 blah. I'm like, wait a minute, wait, like
I know, and I couldn't do that
slowly.
math. I just sort of was like, "All right, he's probably right, whatever he's
Yeah.
saying."
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um. Yeah. But so that's I guess mildly interesting.
Mildly, sure.
Yeah.
Also, well, what do you think about what happened between Willow and Lucas?
Oh yeah, that was another big scene. Well,
Yeah.
at first I was kind of like I was digging, Lucas, just going for it, and saying a lot of the things that I think we've all been saying. Um,
Sure, sure.
but then I was like, they don't really have a relationship that where he would feel like he could speak to her that way. I mean, were they close?
I didn't think so really, and I thought he did overstep. Not that he
Oh
was
yeah,
wrong, but yeah, it
right.
didn't seem like it was his place to be,
No, and that's what I was like like at first I was like of course caught up in the like, yeah, man, get her, like just cuz that's my mob mentality like, yeah,
Good to know.
she deserves it. Yeah. Um see I
Mm.
switch so back and forth on um I just get caught up in the raw emotion. But then I was like, wait a minute, it's not like it's like if you and I had some, like serious discussion and said shit like that to each other,
Mhm,
well, we'd
mhm.
have grounds of like how freaking long have we known each other? Like forever,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
so we
mhm,
might be able to speak to each other that way, but they're just
mhm.
coworkers.
Pretty much. I mean, they have Wiley in common and,
Right. Yeah.
their past and everything, but yeah, I don't I think they had respect for each other probably, but no real friendship.
Yeah, so then I got thinking, like you said, that like what is, and then I got thinking, well, like why is this so triggering for him? Like, what's going on with
Yeah.
him that's making him get all up in her bonnet,
Yeah. Well, and then I maybe there's something to that, and I'll have to think about that. But it also felt like it was really like exaggerated just so it would bring out a slap and create this situation that's really like, dangerous for her if
So it
it
was
gets.
just plot. It was just to have
Yeah,
the yeah,
I'm afraid maybe it was because it seemed
yeah.
like sort of a departure for Lucas to behave that way, didn't it?
Yeah, it did, yeah. Would you say it
Unless
was performative?
that's the word all over the place, isn't it?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
can't remember who used it, but I was like,
Laura.
"Bing, everybody do a shot."
Laura, I know.
Um,
Yep, Laura said that today.
yeah.
Um,
But yeah, I do think you're right. I think it may have just been to elicit the slap.
hmm.
Elicit, that's a good word, huh?
That is a good word, yes.
And then,
Um,
what was weird? Like, so we had the slap,
mhm.
and we might have had the slap on one day and then cut, or maybe it was the same day, but the scene was cut right there, and we saw
Mhm.
Willow looking down at her fingers, like,
Yeah.
like they were
Mhm.
not didn't belong to her anymore. She couldn't believe it.
Right, right, yeah.
But then when it came back and they showed us that scene again,
Mhm.
it was like they had redone it, and Marco was
Oh.
hanging outside the door, and like the
Uh-huh.
timing, like we didn't see Willow looking down at her fingers this time.
Mhm. Okay,
Did you
yeah.
notice that?
Yeah.
No?
No, but so maybe that was supposed to be just like a slightly different angle, but probably you're right, they didn't
Maybe.
line up stuff,
It
but
just seemed a little weird, and but
yeah.
I liked it. I liked her like going like, "That was that my hand?" Remember
Yeah.
that thing on the Addams Family that was just a
Yeah.
hand? It was
Oh,
like that.
sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God,
Um
we caught a childhood show that you actually watched. Huzzah!
Huzzah.
Huzzah!
Um, what was I gonna say just now? It was having to do oh shit, it's coming and going. My
Getting hazy, getting foggy.
hazy, very foggy. Oh fuck. Keep
Well,
talking, Jim.
I'll keep
It had to
talking.
do with
Okay.
Willow and Lucas
And then
and
Elizabeth. So, and then Elizabeth
mhm.
sends Willow home. We
Mhm.
see Elizabeth and Willow. Did anybody else think that Willow might try to chuck poor Elizabeth down that stairwell?
And
I'm
then look
always
at
worried
her
about
arms.
when they
Well,
go out on that
I
landing. I'm like, oh Jesus, this
bad
is
things happen in these stairwells, yeah. Well, and I was thinking about when Peter August fell down the
yep,
stairs,
yep, yep.
and I thought, "Yeah, Elizabeth's got some shit in her past too, doesn't she?"
Oh, well, they all do. But,
Yeah.
Elizabeth's small, and I just thought we could suddenly see Willow, like, they could do this kind of weird, like, Incredible Hulk thing, when
Mhm.
Willow gets mad, like, suddenly her shirt buttons pop and she turns into
Yeah,
Nell,
sure, sure. She
like they
turns
could
into
super,
Nell. Oh
yeah,
god,
and does
yeah.
evil things. They could go really,
Yeah. Wow.
cray cray
Yeah.
with it.
They
It'd be a
really
different
could.
show. But
Yeah. Oh gosh.
for a
Oh, I
moment there, I thought Willow was going to get really mad,
right. Oh,
but she
fuck.
didn't. She kind of took it.
She did kinda take it, and I had my thought again. It's gone
Oh, go
again.
ahead. Are you serious? Oh,
I'm
no.
serious. Oh, dear. What's gonna
Do you wanna
happen?
tell the people what you're going through?
Well, I have had a lot of headaches lately, and it turns out it was Lyme disease. So I just started antibiotics
So,
today.
poor Keisha has been, like, suffering with this, and, I'm gonna check myself when we're done here.
Okay, of
We were
course you
both
are.
sitting out in her backyard with all the trees and everything. We probably were, um, loading up on the ticks and what have you. So, anyway, poor
Mhm.
Keisha has been ailing, and we everybody send good thoughts and
Oh, thank
get
you.
those
Yep.
antibiotics like zooming through your bloodstream and doing their job and
Yep, I'm trying, but I do feel like my brain's a little bit foggy, maybe, obviously.
understandable. So I'll carry you. I've done it before.
Yeah, I would get checked. Get checked now.
Oh, I know. I
Um,
thought of you today actually because I used a lot of Swiffer products, which we were using
sure.
while I was there. I had to
Mhm.
stay inside. Here's why I had to stay inside because
Okay.
after I went for my walk, and I got relieved from a day of work because my
Mm.
husband had ordered himself a very nice a guitar, And,
Oh, how about that?
yeah, I know, crazy, huh? Um,
Did he order
well,
it
he
while
wanted
while you were up here?
no, I think it was recently, but he wanted he didn't have an acoustic guitar that could be, amplified,
Ah,
like without a
okay.
mic stuck in its face, like amplified. So I don't know the right words, but
Okay.
and these little projects we have going, you wanted one of those. But anyway, somebody had to sign for it.
So you had to
So I
stay.
got the
Okay.
day off because I was designated to stay and sign for it. So I got all kinds of
Mm.
cleaning done. I was Swiffering. I was like a white
Mhm.
tornado in here.
Wow. Well,
Yeah.
good for you, Gia. That sounds
He,
like a nice day for
it
you.
was kind of a nice day, and he's out there playing with it now. I signed for it, and
Okay. Super.
yeah. And probably what it means is now that he's spent a pile of money on it, probably these projects will fall through.
Oh dear. Well, we'll keep our
Hopefully not.
fingers
Hopefully.
crossed. Yeah.
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 Anyway.
Right, right. So, okay. So Willow
Oh yeah,
Willow's been
back to our
oh,
regular
yeah.
program. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
So you're
and
still
now
trying to think of what Willow did, but
yeah, and I can't remember yet, but it still seems like at this point, somebody should be suggesting therapy to her at the very least,
I
right?
would think that would show a real good faith effort to work on herself.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
here's where and I know we've gotten some pushback from some listeners that feel like
Mhm.
there's no way in hell she should get her kids back. But
Mhm.
so Lucas, I can't remember who Lucas
Oh,
was talking to.
that's what was trying to remember. Yeah,
Oh,
when Lucas said to
was it
Elizabeth,
Elizabeth?
yeah, that he didn't think she should be able to see her kids now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now,
that's what it was.
now he's saying that, but he doesn't know about the baby spinning.
He doesn't know about the spinning, no.
So he's just
Imagine if he
basing it
did.
on what he's seen, on her having a relationship that people didn't approve of, that didn't work out, that, you know,
Mhm. Mhm.
where some people might feel like she was a victim of that relationship. I mean, you could
Yeah.
argue either
Yeah.
way on that.
Right,
But
right.
I felt a little bit like, huh, when I heard him say that, I thought, huh, this feels a little wrong to me, that based on her getting angry because you got in her face, really,
Mhm. Right, right.
um, and they had words, and she slapped him, and
Mhm.
just him disapproving of her behavior, her
Right.
choices,
Yeah.
that she didn't deserve to see her children anymore.
Yeah,
It
that
seemed a
seemed
little over the
harsh.
top to me. Like,
Yeah.
would a man not be allowed to see his children if he got into an argument and slapped somebody, and if he chose the wrong woman to be in a relationship with and then
I
broke it off?
Right, right. I doubt it. Yeah.
I know I get all up in my Gloria Steinem business and get all feminista, but it just
Mhm.
feels to me a little bit like, it's like, really?
Well, and again, yeah, it didn't seem like Lucas really, like he seems like he would be more evolved and he
Sympathetic and
yeah, and he was
yeah.
to a point, like he didn't want to like file a report or
Right,
anything,
right.
which is good, very good.
Now, just to clarify, I'm saying this with the idea that he doesn't know about the baby spinning. You put the
Yeah.
baby spinning in, and you might have a case for saying, okay, this woman
Yeah. I think you
is
might.
not
Right.
stable.
Right.
And then I'm in a different place thinking about
Oh,
it.
you know what, Gia? That reminds me when they did the baby switch in the hospital thing, and
Yeah.
they believed that was Willow, right?
Right.
Michael does, and Lucas wasn't he one of the people who was around at that point and was concerned about how that had happened?
Yeah, I think so. I can't remember
I
that
mean,
far
because
back,
there's
but yeah, I
only
think
4
so.
staff members at that
Right,
hospital,
that's
so
right. Yeah. Yeah.
odds
And
are Lucas was
Isaiah's
one of
busy
them.
being a busybody, so he's not.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But this would be a good time for like whatever investigation they had going on to reveal something about Willow,
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Yeah. So anyway, I do feel differently when I think about her, um, and Sasha's baby. That
Yeah.
thrown in the mix makes me have a different opinion. But just if you only
Mhm.
knew that she had
Mhm.
had a questionable relationship with a man
Yeah.
and, um, you know, made some very poor choices, like taking Wiley
Mhm.
to Drew's thing. You know, like is that enough to say this woman doesn't deserve to be around her children ever again?
I
You
don't
know?
think so, because even, like, Brooklyn was feeling bad for Willow, and, she I don't know. I guess she would have more loyalty to Michael,
Yeah. Dante dismissed that as, well, you just feel bad because he
right,
can't be
right.
with Geo, and I was like, geez,
Yeah.
Dante, sometimes you're a little bit of a dick still.
Yeah.
Um,
I know. Come back,
come
Dante.
back, be the Dante we used to know and love. But
Yeah.
anyway, I'm just putting that out there as a thought,
Yeah.
because I feel like I get sucked into it too. I think like, Willow, Jesus, what a mess, what a hot mess. But then it's like, yeah, if you put everybody's behavior under a microscope and say,
Yeah.
who's deserving to be around their children,
Mhm. Yeah,
uh,
Jesus.
yeah.
That's yeah. That's not gonna turn out well for a lot of people.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And so you think about like, am I forgetting some huge transgressions she made with Wiley and Amelia while they were in her care? She moved in with somebody that she wasn't married
Right.
to.
Right.
Like,
No.
okay, well that's questionable, but it's not illegal. Um,
Mhm. No, it
no,
was
they weren't being abused.
not by her. I mean, Drew was the one who sort of was a bit abusive, in letting Wiley hear something that he knew would
Yeah, he was said something very
devastate him.
manipulative. Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
And yeah, Willow, when she found out about these things that he'd done, obviously she was devastated, that she had I guess she really did turn a blind eye, because people had tried to say,
Right. Oh yeah,
and
yeah. She
and she
was.
didn't
Yeah.
believe them. So, she's guilty in that respect, but yeah, I don't think
She's
Lucas
guilty of
has a
deluding
case.
herself, but
Yeah.
yeah, I just,
Yeah.
all these people that like have condemned her to never be able to see her children again based
Yeah.
on picking the wrong guy. Um,
Mhm. Yeah, and
I
I
don't know
think
if it works that way.
no, I don't think so either, and I think Elizabeth is still, like, on her side, but she is starting to feel like, if Willow can't help herself, she does these things, like, every day she seems to do something different to jeopardize her chances, so it seems like
Yeah, yeah,
Elizabeth is gonna have to be the one to say, You've got to get some sort of help because this is too much for you to handle by
yeah.
yourself."
And also, if you think about, I mean, I don't know if this is really how it is in hospitals, but so she's a nurse and she
Mhm,
slapped a doctor. Is
mhm.
there a hierarchy? You know, like,
Like, certain slaps are easily forgiven.
well, like a nurse slapping another nurse, like if she got into a fight with another nurse and slapped
Like a
her.
yeah, hmm,
You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
our doctors a little bit. I mean, they always kind of play that up in
mhm,
TV and movies and stuff. Like doctors are kind of like think they're gods or something, and
mhm.
um, I don't think that's necessarily true all over, but they do. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
so did she really overstep her bounds in that way too? Um,
probably, yeah, probably, and, like, if it had been, like
Slapping a boss being worse than slapping a coworker, I think. That's all. That's what I'm trying to
Yeah,
say.
I think, yeah, there's probably a little more a little more to it,
Frowned
yeah.
upon. Frowned upon,
Yeah,
at the very
definitely,
least.
yeah. And you would probably also feel like if that got out, you'd want sort of to have some consequences to show people so that, nobody thinks that that could possibly be okay. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
theoretically, you would want that if anybody was slapping anybody in a hospital.
Right. Or anywhere really,
Yeah. I guess that's true.
unless it's for entertainment purposes. Or if they were doing that tortilla challenge.
Oh, right, right, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. Uh,
Um
anyhow.
anyway, okay, I think we've probably kind of covered that,
Yeah. Yeah, I think
but I
so.
go back and forth. I'm like, "Oh, Willow, what an idiot." But then I also then I also have such sympathy for her. And then I remember the
Mhm.
baby spinning and
Right. Right.
putting poor Sasha through
Mhm.
the depths of hell,
Mhm.
and
Right.
then I'm like a
Right.
lot less sympathetic.
That's right. Yeah, it's funny how easy it is to forget what she's done.
Yeah, and it's funny how easy it is to manipulate me.
That is funny. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
just can't make up my mind. But
Mhm. Well, let's go now to the other side of the equation with Drew and Scout because that's
oh my
awful.
God, oh my God, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will
So,
say it has been it's been powerful.
yeah. Mhm.
I mean, it's been harsh and painful, and as much as I've hated this Drew character and this
Mhm.
actor,
Mhm.
like what a good job he just did with that scene with Alexis. I was like,
Oh,
wow,
man. Yeah. Oh, and you could just feel Alexis, like, everything he
yeah.
said was so hurtful. It
Oh,
was
that
just
line about Sam, and at first he's like, "You're right," and then you're like,
yeah,
"Oh my God, he's coming around," and then it's like
right.
Sam isn't here. And I was like,
Yeah,
"Oh my God," and
yeah,
you kind of see, yeah, you're right. Like you watch Alexis's face, and it like just unfolded what was happening, and
yeah. I mean, that was
oh
awful.
yeah,
Like, she doesn't count anymore, like,
yeah, oh
her part in Scout's being I is irrelevant now,
yeah.
you
It
know?
was all of that was very well done. I thought Danny,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
from the start, did a good job of being like, oh well, listening to he was the big brother, and his little sister,
Yeah, I know. My heart felt for him
yeah,
too. How would you not do exactly what he did if you were a
yeah.
kid, you know?
But I knew it was going to come back to bite all of them. I was like,
Yeah.
has anybody called the camp yet?
Yeah, I know.
They're all just sitting
I
there
know.
like, has anybody called the camp or alerted
Yeah.
the cops that,
Yeah.
she's fine? And
Uh-huh. Yep.
I was like, oh man, like, would that have made any difference if Drew knew that they'd reported it back that she was fine? Probably not. But,
Probably not, but yeah, he was probably happy that it played out the way it did because it gave him the excuse to just,
yeah, yeah. And then when he had the scene with Molly today
Mhm.
at the Metro Court, did
Yeah.
she not know what had gone down yet? Because she seemed so calm and friendly.
Yeah, I think she must not have known, like, maybe she didn't see Alexis before Alexis went to bed or so I don't know, but man, how would Alexis have gotten through that night?
I know, with vodka?
Right, right.
Like,
Like, where
we
are
she deserves
we're
a medal for
assuming
not
do you
falling
think
off
there
the
was
wagon yet.
I know. Was there a night between do you think her scene with Drew and Molly's? Is that like
I
I'm
felt like there was supposed to be, but maybe it was just that I
yeah.
had a night in between there.
Me too. So I don't know. I don't know, but whatever timeline they're working here, I don't think
Yeah.
Molly had a conversation with Alexis, or she would have probably come at Drew a little more strategically.
Yeah. I mean, Alexis may have just gone home and be in fetal position on the floor or something,
Yeah, yeah,
catatonic at this point. Like it was,
yeah.
they both. I mean, but they both were like that. That was probably a fun scene for them to do.
Oh
Um,
man, yeah,
because they were. I felt like they were both just really on their
yeah.
game, and they
They
just
were,
like
yeah,
it was kind of amazing. I mean,
yeah. Oh,
he's so hateful. Oh
yeah,
man,
yeah. Oh, he is. He was so bad, and he relished saying how that he was gonna cut all these people out of Scout's life.
yeah, and
How can he think that has anything to do with Scout's well-being, you
I
know?
know, and that little girl, she's almost like a puppy, She's got
Yeah,
these, like,
she's good
puppy-like
too.
eyes, yeah.
I know. It's like seeing her there with Danny, you thought like, "Wow, this is terrible for her not to see these guys," you know?
I know, and man, he's just such a jerk. He says all the right things, like, "We'll
Mm,
come back at another time," and
yeah,
it's
yeah.
all lies!
It's
It's
all
lies!
lies. Yeah.
Uh, yeah. So all of that, very rough, and yeah, what's it gonna do to
Mm. I
Alexis, oh my god. I mean,
if
she's
they don't
just
feel like they have any legal recourse, then she's gonna be thinking about killing this guy, isn't
well, I
she?
keep thinking they're going there, but he's such a useful
Yeah.
character now that I don't know if they've
Yeah, he is. So or okay, so if not killing him, then getting him brought down somehow, like another scandal or something, you know.
well, man, they just it yeah, I don't know. They haven't
They
been
gotta
very
find
effective.
something real, you know, they
Yeah.
can't well, and now we don't know, if Kai is gonna be Drew's spy in Port Charles or if Kai has learned I liked that Kai spoke up on Scout's behalf,
Yeah,
but
that was nice, yeah,
but I
um,
don't think he understands
the
Drew's
stakes, yeah, no, I don't
yeah,
think so either. He
and the
looked
way Drew
so I don't know. When Stella like and okay, here's another annoying thing. This is
yeah.
the best they have to do with Stella.
I know Stella's she's been an actress for a long time. She's got
Yeah.
chops. She can do scenes with the best of them, you know, and they're giving her
Although,
this
yeah, I know that they're
meddlesome
gearing
stuff.
up to do this actual
Mm,
this
mhm.
insurance fraud thing, which is
Right,
actually would
right.
be kind of a good storyline, or could be. We're
Could
back at
be,
the
yeah.
hospital like we want to be,
Right,
and it's kind of a
right.
real thing, and so
Mhm,
that might be good. But
mhm.
anyway, like, would she really like butt in to the point where like she needs to get Kai and Trina back together? Like that seems so far
That's v
fetched. And what?
yeah.
How much time did she spend with the two to make her think that this was the love of Trina's life and they need to stay together? And it seems
How
so
could anybody think that about somebody else's relationship, especially when
right.
they're young, you know?
Yeah, and
Yeah,
he just
that's
seemed so like she turned around, Trina turned around, and he was standing there. He looked like he's like, you know, a kindergartner in his little tank
yeah, like
top,
just
and
sort of a
it's
big
like,
dopey boy.
yes,
Sorry,
exactly.
I mean, no offense, Kai. You
Oh,
know,
I thought you were gonna say no offense, all you big dopey boys out there.
you know who you are, or do
No
you?
offense, no offense if you're wearing a tank top right now. But he just looks so young and out of it, and like,
Yeah, and it's too bad that he's sort of hitched his wagon to Drew because his life, if this is it, he's not gonna learn anything good, really. You know, he's just gonna
yeah,
learn what bad looks like.
right, right. Ugh,
Um, but
yeah.
if he sees what Drew's doing, maybe to these people who, like Stella, who cares about Kai at this point more than Stella, if he sees Drew targeting her, I guess maybe that'll force him into the gray area,
It
you
could be
know?
satisfying for us viewers to see him reach a point where he suddenly, sees the light about Drew.
Yeah, yeah, and
Um,
sees that it's not all black and white, that you can't just,
yeah,
side with the truth all the time, you know?
yeah. Um,
So,
but yeah, I just like why Stella is so overly invested
yeah.
in Trina, and Trina turns around. Trina's like this fierce warrior princess, and
Yeah,
Kai's standing there in his
yeah,
dopey tank top, looking like
yeah.
like he should be at Lila's kids or something.
Oh, boy. Ouch.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's a nice boy, but he just seems
yeah,
so like one-sided and innocent and young, and
yeah, yeah.
Trina's seen some stuff.
She has. She's been around the world. Yeah. I
Yeah,
think, yeah, and they could have just been a little more subtle even, like, maybe, she could have bumped into Stella, Trina, and then they had, like, a
and
little bit of
maybe
a
yeah,
conversation,
right,
but
but
this whole, like, date to talk about it,
yeah, and she went to Curtis first. Stella
Yeah,
went to
and
Curtis
it's
first
like
to talk about it. I was like,
yeah,
seriously, like
yeah, that's all silly, I
yeah,
think. Yeah,
yeah. Anyway, silliness, but
silliness.
and that
Mhm,
reminds me in the same way that
mhm.
it's annoying that that's what they're doing with Stella. And
Mhm.
we already said this the other
Isaiah.
day, but Isaiah, like, why
Yeah.
are they doing this
I
to him?
know. He must feel like kind of an idiot, that actor, like,
Yeah,
this
I
is
mean, at least
his
he's not in a tank
role.
top, but Yeah.
Sure. But he's just, like, sitting there, wondering, like, "How much do I tell her?" And,
Yeah, and I don't know. Are we just gonna find out that he's just got this mad crush on Portia, and that's why this is all so
I guess he must,
important to him?
I guess. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, I got a question for you.
Okay.
How you feeling about Curtis today?
Um, well, uh, okay. Not
Yeah,
great. Well, at first, when he came to the hospital with his whole gesture about the dinner with the chef and
yeah,
everything or whatever that
yeah.
was. And then we got the squealing and the babe, all of that. I was like, "Oh boy."
The
Well,
squealing and the babe. Yep. Yep.
you know, that was kind of too bad to go right back to that place, I thought, with Portia,
I
like,
know, right? After seeing her be real for a while.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So that's all it took. But then, of course, he goes over, and I was hoping, like, oh, maybe he didn't show up for the walkthrough or whatever. Maybe he decided he wasn't necessary. But then, of course,
Oh
there he
no,
was
a
at
man like
Jordan's.
that, he's gonna feel like he's necessary, and
He is
yeah.
necessary. And I thought I was feeling less respect for Jordan at that point when when she said she wanted him to inspect every inch of that apartment, something like that.
Yep. Anytime
Did
you
that
mention inches, that's yeah.
that's code for come to my boudoir. Come look at my
They play that
carefully.
Aerosmith Big 10 inch, and then have that playing in the background.
Thank you. I've also got some carefully curated, very expensive bath
Bath
products.
products, yeah. There was some word that I'm forgetting. I don't even know if they said curated. There was some
There
word
was
that
a,
she
like,
kept saying.
high end, I
High-end.
forget, but
I don't know, but it was weird.
yeah.
Well, you know how I feel about Curtis?
Not good.
About like I feel about Coldplay, you know?
Gia, why would you drag Coldplay into this? They did nothing.
That's what she said.
I don't think that works here. I'm gonna reject that one.
You're addled. You're a little addled. What do you know? Um, no, I was just like, same as you. I was like, oh, going for the gestures and the romance and the
Mhm.
back put like I gotta get my little woman back on her pedestal and have dates and
Mhm.
like that's the work. They're doing the work.
The work, yeah. Uh-huh.
And so I was like, ah, crap. And
Mhm.
then too, like you, I think we were supposed to think that he had opted to not go to Jordan's because
Yeah.
we already had her there and we had
With
Anna there
Anna, yeah,
already.
that's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
That was the misdirect, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Was it a red herring? Does it qualify as a red herring?
Let's call it that. I
All
don't
right.
think it does, but
I did kind of like their conversation though. I liked that
yeah,
Jordan
yeah.
was being honest about um her feelings, about wanting
Mhm.
to enjoy a little materialism.
Yeah, I know, and that is true, like, going from, the public sector to the private sector, she would be getting money like she didn't know before probably. So,
Yeah. And just to
yeah.
admit that, like at some point in your life, you might want to enjoy some things and some,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
have
Mhm.
nice things and live in like I think it's okay to admit that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Now, where
Um,
this money comes from, she's telling herself it's clean, but.
right, right.
But wasn't she sort of like talking about Sonny, like when people said some of his business was clean, like she wasn't hearing, that any of that
Right,
about.
that's true. I guess we're seeing that our characters are flawed here, that they delude themselves when they need
Yeah,
to, you
yeah,
know.
yeah. Uh-huh.
Anyway, I
Mhm.
just kind of like the humanity of her sort of explaining herself and
Mhm.
and
Yep,
Anna
that's
was,
true.
Anna was kind of cool about it. She wasn't like, she wasn't judgy, you know, she was just
Yeah,
like, "I
she
can
could
see
understand.
that," you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I liked Anna's palette today.
What was she wearing? She had sort of a dusty rose blouse
Yeah,
and a
yeah. Pink and white, right?
yeah,
Sweater.
yeah,
Yeah,
very
she looked
nice, very
lovely.
nice, yeah.
Mhm.
Um, but anyway, yeah, so then, yeah, he shows up there and it's like, you know that like what these boundaries that they like, well, we can just be friends again and it's like,
Mhm.
yeah, they're both at fault here, I say.
They are both at fault, but I think Curtis wants to observe these boundaries. I don't think Jordan does. Right?
Um, I don't know. I don't know. I think if Curtis were um if he weren't like sort of on the flirty side of things, he would have said to
Mhm.
Portia, "Hey, Portia, I'm going over to check out this apartment of Jordan's,
Yeah,
and I just
yeah.
wanted to be upfront
Mhm.
with you.
Mhm.
She just
Mhm.
like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, and
you,
yeah, didn't you have this conversation that we know is gonna happen afterwards if she finds out last time, like on Monday, it seems like you anticipated
oh,
how
did
that
I?
would
Yeah.
well,
Well,
yeah,
that's
how it will
very
go.
wise of me. I'm so I can't remember, but I'll take your word
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah.
Um, but
That,
so I'm not blaming just her. I'm saying, well, you don't like keep things hidden like that if they're totally
right,
above
right.
board, you know?
Yeah, and yeah, that's true, and he is complicit in this, like,
Yeah, yeah, I think
it's
they're both
not
in it.
it's not
Um,
just an innocent favor for a friend, really.
yeah,
Um,
I think they're both saying, "Yeah, we can be friends," and it's like, well, 2 seconds before you both declared that if that marriage didn't work out, you'd be interested in each other, and
mhm,
so
mhm.
that's
Yeah.
I don't know. I wouldn't be cool with the
No, I
old the
wouldn't
old man
either.
just suddenly declaring that like, yeah, I had somebody lined up in case we were, not gonna work out.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
And I'm
That
going
would
over to
be
her place right now, but there's nothing to it. Don't worry, you know.
right, right. So maybe Isaiah has a point in thinking he should warn
Yeah,
Portia. But
but
I
I
don't
just don't
think
like
so.
seeing, Isaiah being like a, busybody 70-year-old
Yeah, yeah.
old lady looking out the windows and hanging
No,
out in the
he
park
should have
while,
more
like,
going on than that,
yeah,
really, in his
yeah.
life. Yeah. So,
Um, all right. Have we said all we want to say about that? Really?
sure, sure. It looked like a cool place.
It did look like a cool. I like the palette of that place too, the white brick
Mhm.
and yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
Um, the other big plot line we've got going on is in Croatia.
Yes, it
Um,
is. It is. Now, small point, but in Vaughn's text to Brennan, do you think it's necessary to use the word Croatia?
that seemed to like, why are you using that when you're trying to be like a
Uh,
spy? Like,
yeah,
wouldn't
like
you have a different,
code.
like, yeah, like Baltimore or whatever?
Right, right. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. So that was silly. And then we found out that our favorite French lady is a double agent or something, right? She's bad news.
Yes, yes. And did her
Yeah.
accent kind of drop off quite a lot since the last time we saw her?
Well, I don't know. She did speak some actual French.
Yeah,
So,
oh, well, yeah. And then do you have
yeah.
an accent when you're speaking French, or is that just French?
Oh god.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm
I
asking?
do. I do.
So it's not ludicrous to ask that because
No, it's not.
like you would say she has a French accent when she's speaking English, but I just felt like it was much
Yeah.
less pronounced. It seemed like before she would come into Brennan's office and she was like, "Ooh
Mhm.
la la,"
Yeah.
like just
Really laying it on thick.
laying it
Yeah.
on like
Yeah.
icing on a tasty cake,
Yeah.
But
Well, she had just come back from Peru, so maybe, it helped
so
get
she
rid
was
of it
picking up
down
a
there.
little Peruvian something or other.
Yeah. But anyway, she's
Okay.
bad news, Colette. Terrible, terrible person.
Oh, Colette.
Ah, bonjour.
She's bad news, and I'm getting pretty sick of Pascal. Is that how you
Yeah.
say that? Pascal?
Yeah, yeah,
Pat
yeah,
Pascal,
Pascal.
is it Pascal? Pascal, Pascal?
We
Are the A's
apologize,
different?
France.
Hmm. I took most of my French while I was living in Tennessee, and so
So it might have been
speaking of accents, yes,
yeah, yeah,
like,
that might not have been
yeah,
French.
way, yeah,
Way.
way.
Oh god.
Anyway, I'm getting tired of Pascal. He's just
Yeah.
like, I think we've gotten the point. We've seen enough
Yeah,
interaction
yeah,
between he and
right.
Britt. Like, she's being held prisoner. We get it.
Mhm, mhm. He's a squirrely little sort of
And
Dickensian kind of,
he's a little Dickensian, isn't he?
fringe
He
character.
could take a multivitamin or two, huh?
He could, yes. Yes. And poor
Um,
Brit, you know.
poor Britt. And did you hear Britt like invite Josh for a threesome
Yeah,
once?
I did.
I think we all did. We were like,
Yeah.
wait, did we miss something
I
earlier?
think I think Brit's going a little stir crazy. She's up for anything at this point.
Yeah. I've had enough massages. Bring a woman, bring a man, I don't care.
Yeah. A healthy woman,
Um,
long of leg.
yeah, but yeah, that whole scene with she and Vaughn flirting was kind of weird. I was like, is he
Yeah.
keeping in character here? Because would he be flirting like that? It seemed,
I know, I know. I
uh,
thought Joss had a point, for
yeah,
anybody watching, that would look pretty sloppy for him to
yeah,
just
yeah,
immediately, be
yeah.
receptive to some strange person.
But their whole cover is blown now. Anyway, I mean, that was pretty quick. Like, we haven't even gotten to the point where they're gonna like
Yeah.
sleep with each other for real. Um,
And he didn't tell Brennan who that Britt was there, what he learned from Joss. He should have told him
right. And why
that.
did he get to make that decision and she didn't? Like,
Yeah,
She's the
that seems
one
like
she's the one getting all the info for everybody, and
she's
everybody else
doing the
just
work. She's
I
doing the
know.
work.
And she
Yeah.
looks hot while she's doing it.
She does in that weird
That
contraption thing.
lacy
Yeah.
yeah, she looked like Miley frickin' Cyrus or something. It was
I
kind of
guess maybe that was what they were going for, and she can
Miley
pull it
frickin' Cyrus,
off,
yeah.
but it doesn't
And
look
Britt, I mean,
comfortable to
Britt looked
me.
amazing too, I thought.
She
If anybody
did. Yeah.
said, like, "You're gonna have a bikini scene," I'd be like, "In a year? Or
I know.
how long do I have?"
Yeah, yeah. No, she
Um
looked great.
Yeah, so anyway, yeah, and so now I'm thinking, are they gonna have time, Vaughn and Joss to cross over into true life lovers?
See, I
Because
wasn't feeling like that could happen that quickly. I wasn't
no, I
feeling the
didn't think so
heat
either. I thought they'd have the week to bring it
to
on, but I feel like
do
now
it.
the
Yeah,
jig's gonna be up already, right?
I guess. Yeah. Well, also, before I forget, he hadn't heard that Joss was almost murdered by a serial killer and that Britt rescued her. Shouldn't that have been part of like her file? Something
You'd
like
think
that?
so. Fairly
Yeah.
big happening. Yeah.
Yeah, and also, like, maybe helps, I don't know, prove that she's got grit or something, I don't know, but yeah, that seemed like another little sloppy thing there.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway,
Right.
small,
Yeah.
but yeah, and also I thought Jason would be hopping on a plane, but now there's all this shit going down.
Right, like, is he gonna have to stay to protect his son from
Yeah,
his
yeah.
brother? God, I know.
God, yeah.
And
They gotta come up.
he was
Hmm?
nicely imposing with Drew. I liked Jason was
Yeah.
like, "Drew, I dare you." He would just give you a beat down.
Yeah,
I'm
but he
itching
didn't
for a fight
overdo it.
apparently.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm hoping that maybe Alexis and Jason will sort of team up, maybe.
That would be a good move on her part to team up with
I
him.
think so. She's always sort of kept him at arm's length, right? Always felt like he was
Yeah, he's
dangerous and all of
dangerous.
that, but
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
got to realize that one of the few people who cares as much as she does about what
Right.
happens here.
Yeah, yeah. Gosh, anyway, yeah.
Hmm.
It was
Anyway,
heartbreaking.
yeah.
Still heartbreaking.
Yeah. Oh, poor Scout. She would get chewed up and spit out if she went to DC with just Drew. I think she would probably lose her mind, I think.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know. And that's another hard thing because on paper, like, of course, he has every right to do those things. Nobody would say
Mhm.
he's abusive.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
there's
Mhm.
no grounds to say he's not being a good father.
But
And he
he's
knows
not.
it.
Yeah,
He's
I guess
not,
he
but
does
we
know it.
know it. But
Yeah.
he's so. But isn't he being fun to hate? I mean, they've done a good job, like
Oh,
taking this guy
gosh.
and making him like
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
the worst. And he twists the knife.
Yeah. Mhm. So
We had a little
bad.
more of Boyle today. I don't know if that's all that stuff. I feel like that, like this whole like referendum on Sunny and all that stuff. Like
Mhm.
shit or get off the pot. Do something about it
Yeah.
in the storyline. It's like
Mhm.
they've been kind of dragging on it, don't you think? Like,
Yeah, yeah, the players keep changing or dropping out or whatever. So, yeah, it feels like it's lost whatever momentum we were supposed to
yeah,
think it had.
and we've heard Laura like you know swear her loyalty to Sunny like I don't know
Mhm.
5 or 10 times now,
Yeah, yeah,
and
right,
I don't
right.
know. I guess we're
Mhm.
just gonna whenever the mayoral race happens, that maybe that'll be the
Mhm.
when people really have to decide what they think about her
Yeah,
being friends with
I
Sunny.
guess we're gonna get into all of that in the fall,
I
aren't
know.
we?
Have we not are we not having enough politics shoved down our throats every hour of every freaking day right now?
I don't think anybody can really shut it off ever. Yeah, I think we've had plenty. Yeah,
Yeah, and now
yeah.
it's invaded our lovely little soapy world, and
Yeah, that's too bad. Um, oh, one other well, another pool scene which seemed weird. I just say the pool setting.
you're
How did
never going to be comfortable with the pool,
I'm
are
not,
you?
but like Sidwell sitting there, when he sort of interacted with James and Cody, and
Oh
James
yeah, that was all
spilled
kind of
all the
yeah,
beans.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I hate that when they use children for those kinds of scenes.
Yeah, yeah. But I'm wondering, is he going to target Maxie somehow, or what is he going to do
Yeah,
there?
I mean they're building up to the whole like suddenly Maxie being Mac's daughter is so important.
Yeah, right.
Um so yeah, I think so. I think that's what
Uh,
they're and I know I've kind of mentioned this before, but it's still happening. I'm starting to like Sidwell as a character. He's got this like campy thing going on when he
he
talks to
does.
everybody.
Yeah, he does. Definitely. It's all sort of a game to him.
It's exactly like a cat toying with a mouse.
Yeah,
Every
yeah,
conversation is like, mm-hmm, ooh,
yeah.
you know,
Yeah, you're
and I'm
right.
just kind of enjoying it about him. Like,
Yeah. I was kinda hoping that since Cody can be a bit of like a game player, that he would sort of pick up on Sidwell,
right, that
you
he'd
know?
have a little radar,
Yeah,
and
I
maybe
don't
he will.
know.
Maybe he'll tell somebody. That would be good,
Yeah,
wouldn't it?
that would
Yeah.
be good, yeah. But, let's see, sorry. I'm
What
just
else?
gonna
Oh, one other little thing. I know we're close to our time, but I don't know how you're feeling. I'm starting to feel like Geo holding on to that ugly face of anger and resentment is starting to like get a little old.
Yeah, he needs more
He needs a
expressions.
yeah, another expression on his face because he's got that like there's a little like piece of shit on his upper lip,
Yeah, and it
all the
doesn't really
time.
say much more than that, I don't think.
Yeah. Do you think anybody ever has had shit on their upper lip and like done
I
that look?
I hope
Like, is that
not.
a method acting thing? Maybe
Maybe. Maybe he learned it
you
from
learn that look.
Maurice. Yeah.
Anyway, I just feel like I was glad that they had the conversation between Dante and Brooklyn where they're gonna try and
Yeah,
move
yeah.
on this because we need a little
Mhm.
movement.
Yeah, and I did like Dante there, like, not wanting to just
Yeah,
go it
yeah,
alone and wanting to include Brooklyn in that.
right, and also that he acknowledged that Geo doesn't know the full story about um Rocco finding the file and all that, because like
Mhm.
Brooklyn was
Mhm.
just sort of letting all that happen and
Mhm.
not
Yeah.
defending
Yeah.
herself because she just feels so bad about everything. She's not
Right.
really
Right.
telling
Yeah.
her side of the story on things. And I like that
Mhm.
Dante was sort of defending her about that.
Mhm. Mhm.
Um,
Yeah.
anyway, I don't know. Anyway, there was a lot of movement. There was, to me, the
Yeah.
most powerful stuff was the Drew Alexis scene, and
Mhm.
all of that stuff was
Mhm.
big. I thought they
Yeah.
did a great
Yeah.
job with that.
They did. Yeah. I hope
Painful, but
Alexis can make it through this.
I know, I know.
Mhm. Ugh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Maybe Diane could help her. Bring Diane back.
Bring
And
Diane back. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and one more thing. When Chase came upon Willow out on the bench and they were
oh
having their
yeah,
sort of heart to
yeah,
heart, I
yeah,
started to picture her thinking, "Oh, we could be a family. I can get Chase to the
yeah.
cabin with the kids. He wants
I
kids. I
know,
have kids, and if
I
she goes
know.
totally off the rails.
And he was being so sweet, and I love that he's so
Y-
sweet and supportive and everything. But
Yeah.
I hate that they're both like going down that road again. It's like,
Yeah, I know. That doesn't seem
yeah,
necessary
it
either.
feels like recycling a little.
It
And I usually am
does.
a huge fan of recycling, but not
Sure,
here.
sure. Uh-huh.
So
Not in this case,
not in
no.
this case, but
No, because
yeah.
we want Chase's love for Brooklyn to be true.
Yeah, he's been so strong and
Yeah.
wonderful with her, and
Mhm.
yeah, I don't
Yeah.
like seeing chinks in the armor of their
No,
marriage.
me neither. Me neither.
Oh well, but that's why we're watching, I guess. So,
I guess so. We'll see what
yeah.
happens. Yeah.
Okay, I think we covered a lot of ground today. You held up really well
Thanks, Gia.
in spite of
My brain
Now you're not gonna
fog.
have like a worm in your brain or anything. Like there's no like a tick
Hmm.
in the brain or any of that kind of stuff, or like
I can't say for sure. There might be a worm up there. I don't
does
know.
tequila help with anything of this sort,
I don't
with or
think
without a
so.
worm?
In this case, I probably would avoid tequila. Yeah.
All right,
You could
okay.
have some, though. I don't think it would be a bad
It
thing
would
for you.
just as a supportive friend because you can't have
Yeah.
any.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Sure.
Well, you hang in there and follow your doctor's instructions and get better
I
quick.
will. Thank you, Gia. I
Okay.
will.
Uh,
Okay.
all right. We'll check on you tomorrow.
Okay. All
Okay.
right.
All right. Well, have a good night if you can, and everybody out
Mhm.
there, thanks for listening, and
Thank you, everybody.
we'll see you next time.
All right, Gia. Good night.
All right. Night, Keish.